Fifth grade. We are going to continue our, let me try to remember it. It's all the T words, remember? The tumultuously tremendous transcontinental travel track. If you remember, we left America. We said farewell to America, and then we went to Peru. And the last time we did this, you were looking through the welcome speech from the tour guide who was meeting us in Peru and trying to figure out his gibberish words. I'm sorry, there's a random hair stuck somewhere and I can't find it. Um, this is a little different. We're now leaving Peru and we're going to Germany. And in Germany, there is a gate called the Brandenburg Gate. The Brandenburg Gate is important because a long time ago, before the World Wars, Germany was divided into two. Um, Berlin was East and West Berlin. The city Berlin was divided, not Germany, and there were very different places. And then finally, because of lots of different things, the city was united as one again. So it's kind of a big deal. The Brandenburg Gate is kind of a big deal. Um, so we're actually looking at reviews from tourists who have been to the Brandenburg Gate, and we're deciding if we want to go there, and we're learning about what we're going to see and do there. The problem is some of the words are missing from the reviews, and we have to figure out what words go there. So there is a word bank to choose from. The problem with that is there are 10 blanks that we're looking to fill in, and there are 14 words. So what you need to know is once you use a word, you won't use it again. So if you use a word once and then you think it's perfect somewhere else, figure out where it goes. And if there's something that can go in the place of the one where you used it the first time, then move it to the other. But if there are 14 words and only 10 blanks, then you also need to be aware that there are 4 of those words that are never going to be used. So pay attention to that. I want to walk through that piece with you before I turn you loose with it. Again, this incorporates almost all of the different kinds of context clues we've studied for the last couple of weeks. Definitions, synonyms, antonyms, examples, inferencing, word parts, all the things. So let's look at that. Let me see if I can show you the Welcome to Germany. So here's Welcome to Germany. You're going to type your first and last name always. It says, Welcome to Germany. Germany is alive with history, and one of the historical sites you are considering experiencing is the Brandenburg Gate. Before you go, though, you check out the reviews on travel sites to make sure it's worth seeing. To complete the reviews, fill in the blanks with the missing words using context clues and the provided word bank. So here's a picture of the gate. I don't know if you can see these big doors here. They will actually close and that becomes solid. But now it is open because Berlin is a united city. And then I wrote some directions for you. As you read the reviews below, you'll see that some words are missing. There is a word bank in the drop-down menu. It's the same word bank for every question. You will only use the answers one time, so the same word won't be used twice, but some of the answers won't be used at all, so be careful. So first I'm giving you the entire review, okay? So it's rated number 3 out of 850 things to do in Berlin, Germany. And this person says it's 4 out of 5 stars. So if you blank a good historical site, you can't miss Brandenburg Gate. I brushed up on my history before blank and took the time to blank all of the plaques around the gate. And it was definitely worth my while to learn more. The statues on top of the gate are blank and truly a wonder to behold. Don't miss this attraction. Now, one thing I do want to explain to you before I leave you with this is what a plaque is. Think about when you've gone to museums or to the zoo even. When you go to the zoo, there's always a, a plaque of some kind, and it gives you information. So it will tell you the name of the animal and where it comes from, um, where this particular animal, how it came to be part of the zoo. It'll tell you what they eat and what is prey for them and what they hunt to eat if they're meat eaters. It may tell you about their daily schedule and the kind of things that they do. It may even tell you about the zookeeper that takes care of them. So the plaque is something on the wall that gives you lots of information. Sometimes it's even just a chart of name, date of birth, weight, what it eats, whatever. And it may not be written as a paper. but it's still a plaque, a piece of information on the wall. So that's what a plaque is, okay? I think that's important for you to know. Now, you can't, there are no drop down boxes here. You have to go to the next one. And I've just pulled the sentence out. If you blank a good historical site, you can't miss Brandenburg Gate. So if you need more clues, you need to look back up at the paragraph. This is just the question with the missing word, and you need to choose from these words, and we're going to talk about them. Dislike. It has the prefix dis, which means not, so you don't like. Separated means not together. It's pulled apart. Monuments are things like statues or other things that are built in memory of, in honor of. We have monuments down by the fountain downtown. There are monuments in on Western Carolina's campus. We have a monument out by E-Building that is it's a plaque also, but it is in honor of a parent volunteer who used to work here who passed away. So monuments are often in memory of. Breathtaking can mean it's so painful it takes your breath. It's so beautiful it takes your breath. It's so sad it takes your breath. There are lots of reasons things can rob you of breath, but we call those breathtaking experiences. I think you know what people are. This word is appreciate. So to appreciate something is to enjoy something. If I appreciate good food, or I appreciated the movie, or I can be thankful for the things that people do for me. I appreciate what you did. Aglow. Forget the what does glow mean? Okay. So aglow means it's lit up in some way. Okay. A symbol means it stands for something. We have symbols on maps, we use symbols on our phones, but things can be a symbol and remind you of something. I think you can handle the word long. Brief would be the opposite. Brief is short. Brief usually deals with time. This video is supposed to be brief, but it's already 7 minutes, so now it's turning into long. Sorry. Crowded. There's a crowd of people, too many people, or too much stuff. Maybe my desk is crowded with pencils. There are too many pencils. This word can be read or it can be read, so pay attention to that. I think you know what a house is. And arriving means you're coming to some place. I was arriving to school at 7:15 this morning. I will be bringing my lunch with me when I arrive at the park. I will have my lunch with me. So arriving is when you show up somewhere, okay, or before you get somewhere. You're going to that place. You'll get the same word list for every single question. So I think it's important that you pay attention to those words, okay? If you blank a good historical site, you can't miss Brandenburg Gate. The other thing you can do is plug those words in if you can't figure it out based on the clues from the entire review. If you blank a good historical site, if you dislike a good historical site, you can't miss Brandenburg Gate. That doesn't make sense, does it? If you separated a good historical, if you monuments, if you breathtaking, if you people a good historical site. No. If you appreciate a good historical site, you can't miss Brandenburg Gate. That makes sense. If you aglow a good historical site, if you symbol a good historical site, if you long a good historical site, if you brief a good historical site, if you crowded, if you read a good historical site. Can you read a site, like a place that you go to? You can read the plaques at the site, but can you read the site? If you house a good historical site, if you arriving. There's only one word that even made sense there. If you appreciate a good historical site, you can't miss Brandenburg Gate. There's your free answer for the day. I always love when people get that wrong because I know that means they didn't watch the whole video. All right. So the next one is, as one of the blank that survived World War II, you'll be amazed from the moment you arrive at Brandenburg. Be forewarned. This is like before, like it happens before, so they're warning you before you go. Be forewarned. It's a blank tourist attraction with people buzzing about everywhere you look. My family's visit was blank, only taking a few minutes to admire the statue and take a selfie or two and then move on. Okay, and then the last one. When one thinks of Berlin, they immediately think of Brandenburg Gate as a blank. The way that it blank the east and the west sides of the city is fascinating and tells quite the story of Berlin's history. The gate looks different depending on the time of day you go. Arrive during the nighttime hours to see it with sparkling lights. Okay, so those are all your sentences. You need to choose words for every one of those missing blanks and then click submit. And as always, if you need any help with it, please email me. I'm happy to help. There are a few of you that will do that and some of you that never do. And then you end up with grades that aren't great. And I'm not sure why you don't ask for help. I know, especially if you're watching this because you're remote, that it doesn't always feel like you have a teacher like it would if you were in the classroom, but you do, and I'm right here. So please, please, please email me if you have any questions, okay? All right, go figure out what we're saying about the Brandenburg Gate.